Hey everybody, it's Emily from ARG Schooling, and I'm just going to show you my October TBR. So I have too many books. I'm not going to read all of these, but this is just sort of my hope to get to for the month of October, where in October I tend to want to choose lots of spooky, scary, eerie type of books. That's just what I'm kind of craving this time of year. So without further ado, let's get started. First up is our Read Like a Mom book of the month, and that is Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. I'm so excited to be reading this book. If you want to join us in the Read Like a Mom book club, I'll leave all the information down below. It's a Goodreads group. It's really casual. Just read the book and chat with us about it. This month's choice is Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay, and I am so excited about this book. I've been wanting to get to this for forever. This is sort of an ode to Jane Eyre, which is one of my favorite books, and the protagonist in this book is obsessed with the book Jane Eyre, and she's a serial killer basically in Victorian London, which, I mean, what more do you need? Jane Eyre, serial killers, Victorian London, it's all good. So I'm excited. I'm about, I don't know, 70 or 80 pages in, and it's really good. I'm already riveted. I'm so excited to finish this book. It's going to be great. Next up in my pile of books, I have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I don't know if this one counts so much as scary, but it's a thriller. And I've been wanting to get to it, so I thought I'm just going to keep sticking this in my TBR until I finally pick it up. So yeah, I'm hoping I get to this month. I don't really know very much going in because I don't want to know. I kind of like going into thrillers blind because the less I know, the more interesting and exciting the story is going to be. So all I really know is it has something to do with a man who wakes up one day and his whole life is different and he has to figure out what happened. And I think there's some sciencey stuff in it. It's like a science fiction thriller, I think, and that's all I need to know. So I'm hoping it's good. Also, I have The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins, and like Dark Matter, I'm just going to keep putting this in my TBR until I finally pick it up. So I'm hoping I get to it this month because I've really been wanting to get to it. I don't know a lot. I know it's weird. I know it has to do with a man who's abducted these girls, and they're all sort of like orphans, I think, that he cares for, even though I believe he has abducted them. It's sort of a cult kind of thing, I believe, and it has to do with a library, and it's weird. It's what I'm hearing, that it's a really weird, strange book, and I'm intrigued, and I really want to know. I really want to read it. And I also have New Hope by Steve Hobbs. This is the book I picked up at the Comic-Con we went to a couple weeks ago, and it just sounded really interesting. The blurb over the table was that this is a mix of Stephen King meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So those are two of my favorite things. So I just thought it can't be a bad book if it's compared to those two things, right? I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's good. I think there's something to do with vampires. And again, I don't really know. I don't know. But I thought it was cool that this book is signed. I don't know if, can you? Yeah. So this is a signed book, which is exciting because I don't have that many signed books. So now I have one that I can add to my small but growing collection. And I picked up We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson because I have never read Shirley Jackson before, which I don't know how that came to be. I love horror. I love reading creepy, scary things, especially in October, but I have never picked up anything by Shirley Jackson. So I grabbed this one. It's pretty short. I think it's less than 200 pages, so I'm hoping I can get through it pretty quickly and squeeze it in somewhere this month. And then I also have The Devil of Nanking by Mo Hader, which is another book that I've just really been anticipating getting to. I heard about this book a few months ago, and I'm just like, I need to read it. It takes place in Tokyo, and it's about a woman who's trying to solve a mystery about something that happened during the massacre of Nanking, which is an event that happened during World War II when Japan invaded China. And it's something that I didn't know a lot about until fairly recently, really, and I was intrigued and I want to know more, and so when I saw that that's what this book was about, I was like all about getting into this. I'm really excited. I know it's supposed to be really dark and really creepy and really just like not necessarily a scary horror book, but also a really just dark, sinister, creepy kind of read. So I'm really looking forward to that. And finally, I also stuck this in my TBR. I don't know if it's going to happen this month or not, but it looks like it's going to be a really quick, easy read. And that is The Call by Peter O'Gillen. And I picked this up mostly for my daughter, but also because it sounded really intriguing. It takes place in Ireland, and it's sort of like Hunger Games, but in Ireland, in this weird dystopian Ireland, and with fairies. So, that sounds really strange, and I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but I'm intrigued, and I don't know, me and my daughter, we might read this like a buddy read, I don't know yet, but it sounds weird and interesting, so. And then, as far as read-alouds go, I am currently reading Winnie the Pooh with my 7-year-old, because why would we not? We are only a couple chapters in, but so far so good. I love this book. This is one of my favorite books to read aloud. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love A. Milne's writing. I love it. And so I'm really excited that we're finally reading this and that she's listening. I finally have grabbed her attention. I don't know. I think she's just finally old enough to sit still and listen to a story. And then our read aloud with the teens, and also my youngest is listening in on this one too, is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Again, this is just a book I've been wanting to get to for forever. My 17-year-old read this when she was probably like 12, I think, and it scared the pants off her. And she's finds this book to be really creepy, and she doesn't really want to be listening to it. But I'm like, come on, you're 17 now. I think you can handle it. So, but she said it was really scary. And so we're reading it to see how scary it really is. We're only a chapter and we just started it today. But so far I'm excited. I loved The Graveyard Book. That was one of my favorite children's books I read last year, and so I'm pretty excited to read another Neil Gaiman children's book. And then, as if that's not enough, I'm also going to try to start writing the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire unit this month. I have been putting this off for a while. Grade 9 kind of burned me out a little bit. I was tired. And so I took a break from writing any curriculum for a while, and so yeah, I'm finally picking this up to get started because I know a lot of people are anticipating the 4th Harry Potter unit, and I'm actually really looking forward to getting into this because it's been a while since I read any Harry Potter, and I'm ready to pick it up again. So yeah, I'm hoping to get this done by Thanksgiving. That is my deadline I've given myself. I'm going to have the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire unit written by Thanksgiving. So I should get started then. So that is my TBR for October. What are you reading this month? I hope you have some great books lined up. I'd love to hear what you have in your pile. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Happy reading. Bye!